A patient in Missouri is now diagnosed with a brain-eating infection. The state says it may have come from Lake of the Ozarks. The Department of Health and Senior Services announced an extremely rare case today. They say this patient might have gotten this while water skiing at the lake, because that happened just days before they got so sick. Fox 4's Jacob Sloan working for you live at KU Health System. He spoke with doctors about the amoeba. What do they say about this and how to prevent it?
Well, they say it's extremely rare. CDC reported in 62 years, 167 cases of this brain-eating infection. Just to show you how deadly it is, out of 167, only 4 survived.
Certainly we know the risk of this infection is low, is much lower than compared to a lot of things, but there is a risk there.
This is Naegleria fowleri, a single-celled amoeba that's found in warm, freshwater bodies of water. If it goes up the nose and into the brain, it can cause primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, or what's known as the brain-eating infection.
You know, it's always concerning. We see a couple cases of this every year in Missouri and Kansas. It's very unfortunate. It is very rare. But we do have to understand that, especially in the summertime when people are out in those small freshwater bodies, whether it's a pond or a lake, there is that small risk.
That's Dr. Dana Hawkinson with the University of Kansas Health System. He says the infection can't be passed from person to person. Due to how rare it is, it's difficult to diagnose and treat.
So because it is so rare, we don't have a lot of information on it. We know that the treatment consists of antibacterial medication, antifungal medication, antiparasitic medication, all in combination. But even those combinations don't have a very good or high rate of cure for this as well.
Dr. Hawkinson says you can reduce the risk of getting PAM with a few simple precautions.
If you do go underwater, again, try not to inhale it. You know, some people will say either plug up your nose or blow outward, because we don't want it going in through your nasal passages. That's where it is able to come into contact with that small barrier between your brain, and that's how it gets into the central nervous system.
Due to how rare the condition is, he says there's not a reason to fear, but that taking simple steps can reduce the risk dramatically.
Understand that if you are in the lake, it is probably rare, but you should still take precautions and do things as well.
Another precautionary step that the state says you can take is not to stir up any sediment on those shallow fresh waters. That's where those amoebas tend to live. But again, officials here are not sounding alarm bells, Lauren and John, as it is extremely rare.